I'm pregnant.
Wait a minute. Now, please tell me the truth.
I'm pregnant.
Oh, yeah, you like this shit tell me the truth.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all crazy. Oh, wait.
Hi, you guys. Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my first video. Layla was supposed to be in it, but she's behind me asleep right now. She was not feeling it. So this first video is going to be about my experience losing my mom while I was pregnant. The way my mom passed away, well, just to get some clarity on our relationship. My mom adopted me. You know what? Scratch that. My mama. Just trying to be a little bougie. My mama adopted me when I was 3 days old. I've been with her since I was 3 days old, so that's my mama. But she was old, like she was older, so she was sick for a while, like for a long time. But she was a strong lady, and she always got over her sicknesses. Like, she was strong. So this last time, I got to tell her I was pregnant in April, and she got sick in May. And she ended up falling out of the bed and having a stroke and stuff, and then that was the beginning of it all. And she had to go to the hospital for that. She was in the hospital for like a month. She was on a breathing machine and stuff, but she got better. I was able to go celebrate her birthday with her May 6th. She was talking and everything was fine. But once she got released from the hospital, it was like all downhill from there. She had to go on dialysis for like 3 times a week. She was on dialysis, and she was so out of her head after she got released from the hospital that she had to be restrained in her bed at home. Like, she had a hospital bed that we had to get after that hospital stay, and she had to be restrained because she was so confused. Like, she didn't know what was going on, and she kept falling out of the bed. Like, that's how bad it was. So just a couple weeks to that, like, we going into June, like, she was the same. Like, it was no changing it. Like, she was out of her head. And she ended up having to go back into the hospital because she had green gain. She caught it in her foot. And I think Miss Layla is woke. So back to the story. So my mama got back admitted into the hospital in June. June. In June. And she had green gain in her foot. And they just wanted to monitor it. That's what everybody told me at first. Because I live about an hour away from my mama. So I can't go out there as much as I would like. And plus, I was working full time. I was pregnant. Like, I couldn't, like, go as much as I wanted to. So they were calling, telling me what they were saying. And it was just to monitor it at first. And then she got released. And she stayed home. And then she got back admitted. And it was going towards July, the beginning of July, and they said that the green gain spread. And after that, they told my brother, because he was her caretaker, they told my brother they was like, we might have to cut off her foot, basically. And I'm like, whatever y'all gotta do, like, so my mama can be okay. I was ready for whatever, as long as she was fine. And they ended up calling me again after that, and they can't do the surgery because my mama was too sickly, and they felt like if they open her up that she wouldn't make it off the table. So they said that they were just gonna send her home. You okay? They said that they were just gonna send her home, and I'm like, what does that mean? Like, what do you mean you sending her home? Like, how can you send her home and she got an infection, like, spreading through her body? And they said it meant, like, there's nothing else that they can do for her, and they wanted her to be comfortable at home to pass away. So they sent her to at-home hospice. And people were telling me, like, hospice can last for a year. Like, don't get discouraged, because I wanted my mama to meet my baby. And mind you, about this time I was 5-6 months pregnant. So I'm like, she can last 4 months, like, with literally 2 weeks later, after her going into hospital, she passed away. How I found out she passed away, it was on July 22nd. It was a Sunday, and I was actually supposed to be going to see her that day. Well, actually, I was going to see her that Saturday, and I'm lazy and pregnant, and I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna push it back a day. And I said I was gonna go see her that Sunday, and I woke up at about 9, because mind you, I live an hour away, and I wanted to leave early to go see her because it'd be traffic. So I woke up and I get all these missed calls, and I seen my brother post something on, my other brother post something on Facebook, and I'm like, something wrong. So I called my brother back, who was her caretaker, and he like, Mama passed away. And that's how I found out. I was at home about to get ready to go see her, and I found out that she passed away that morning. And I was so angry. Like, first, my reaction was to cry and stuff, and after that, my reaction was anger, because I didn't understand why I was angry at her, and I didn't understand why she would leave knowing that I was coming to see her that day. Like, why she couldn't let me say bye. I'm sorry. So I was angry, and I'm like, maybe I should have went to see her the day before, and that way I would have saw her. So I was angry, and I went to see her body for the last time before they did everything to it for the funeral that day. And I said goodbye to her that way, since I couldn't say goodbye before. Okay, so fast forward after me finding out she passed away, her funeral. So in between the time she passed away and the time her funeral came, in between that time, it was so much drama in the family. But listen, y'all, that's another story. But it was so much going on. Listen, and mind you, I was 5-6 months pregnant, and it was so much drama that one of her other kids tried to fight me while I was pregnant. But that's another story. If you want to hear that, let me know. Anyway, it was so much drama, and we finally was able to get to the funeral after all that drama. So, her funeral, we had to go into the church, and it was this like entrance, so we weren't all the way in the church yet. We was like at the beginning entrance, like in this little vestibule or something like that. And the family who was standing there before we entered the church, her casket was already inside waiting on us. And I remember us going in the vestibule waiting, and it was a window that you could see into the church. And I looked into the window, and I saw her body like laying in a casket, and I just started shaking, because I couldn't see her like that. Like, I was shaking, and my boyfriend was there with me. And he held my hand, and he held me, because we prayed before we went in. So while we was praying, I couldn't even focus on praying because I'm shaking, because I knew that this would be my last time seeing her. So I'm shaking, and he holding me, and he calming me down. Like, I thank God for him, because I don't think I would have got through it as easy. It wasn't easy, but as easy as I did without him. Because even when I found out that she passed away, he was right there with me. And he calmed me down. Like, he was right there with me. He was with me every step of the way. And I thank God for having somebody, because I don't know what I would have did if I didn't. So he calmed me down. And after that, like, me going inside, I couldn't really react to seeing her body, because my brother, he didn't get to say bye to her, and didn't get to see her body for the last time either. So I had to hold him up. So I couldn't really grieve like I wanted to seeing her body, because I had to be there for him. So I got to sing at my mama's funeral. So that was sad, but I was glad I got to do that. Layla got something to say. So I was glad I got to do that. What song did I sing? Layla is not feeling this, y'all. So now let's get to me having Miss Layla. So I had her November 4th, and when I had her, I cried because I got through it. I got through that pregnancy, like dealing with my mama passing away. I got through it, and I just cried. I just felt like a relief having her, and I cried, and I was so happy. The only thing is that I expected Layla to feel this hole that my mama left. Like, I'm like, Layla gonna feel that, like, she gonna make me feel better, like. But the thing is, can't nobody feel that hole. That was a hole that was made for my mama, and she took it away with her. Layla created her own space in my heart. She didn't feel the one that my mama had missing. So I think that was my biggest revelation, having my baby. Layla got a lot to say, as y'all can see. So that was my biggest revelation, was that she can't feel the void of my mama, and I expected her to. But again, she created her own big little part of my heart, but I still feel an empty space that was created by my mama passing away. But she does help. Like, grieving is like a roller coaster. So sometimes I think about my mama and I just cry. And because I have my daughter, most of the time, like, she kind of, I look at her while I'm crying and I stop. So she does help with the grieving, but she can't help too much. She a baby. So, and listen, I'm gonna grieve for the rest of my life because that was my mama, and I don't have her no more. Like, I got a relationship with grief now, and again, it's like a roller coaster. Some days I'll be fine and some days I won't. So, and what I feel the most bad about is me not being able to give my baby a grandma or a grandpa, but especially a grandma. Like, I wanted her to meet my mama, and now I don't have grandparents to get her my baby, and I don't have somebody to call when I need advice about Layla, because it's my first baby. Like, I don't have somebody to call. Like, I get jealous when my boyfriend can call his mama and she can, like, talk to Layla through the phone. I don't have that. So I do get jealous. Like, that's what I miss the most. Sometimes I just want to call my mama and tell her the problems that I'm having, and, like, I need advice. Like, this is my first baby, and my mama had raised like 10 kids. So I miss that the most. What I could have had, which is the craziest part. Like, I miss what it could have been, and me, like, so I would say that's the hardest part too. Okay, y'all. Hopefully this video helps somebody who going through it, like, who going through the grieving process. Like, it does get better, but again, like I said, you got a lifelong relationship with grief, especially if it's your mama. But still, hopefully this helps somebody. And I don't know, it feel better to talk about it, I guess. So yeah, and that's pretty much it, y'all. I'm getting in my feelings, and I'm supposed to be doing something today. That's why Layla looking cute. So if y'all like the video, and if y'all want to see more, please subscribe to me and like and share, y'all. Support me. Yeah, I will be back. I will be making videos about makeup. My makeup a little bit cute today. I'll be making videos about makeup. Don't ask me about hair. I know my hair popping, but listen, this only be like this sometime, and I ain't got no routine. But yeah, I make videos about makeup, all of that. So please subscribe. Bye, you guys.
This is a video. I love you.